And let's get ready to go. It's a match number 2 here on Miramar PNC 2023.
All right, folks, the plane is up. We are ready. And this one looks similar to our very first match in terms of plane path, right across the northern edge. Well, not the northern edge, but like the northern hemisphere of this map, from the truck stop over to El Pozo this go around. So a little bit of a tougher circle, and we did see a little bit of kind of jousting and jostling for vehicles and things like that on this plane path last time. So kind of got to keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, it could be a little bit spicy in terms of going for those vehicle drops, especially on a plane path like this one, as we'll see exactly what happens. Watching the map feed very closely here to see whether we have any particularly hot drops. Seems like Chinese Taipei working their way all the way down towards Impala, that southern side. We'll see if they decide to hole up there or just grab some vehicles and work their way even further south. And as for Germany, doing German things, going all the way up to, looks like La Cobreria. Try and start playing some edge.
Yep, exactly. They will either, go via Del Mar if possible. Otherwise, it's the Alcantara area for them for sure. And your winners from the previous game, Australia, looking to head into El Pozo. No worries for them. There's nowhere near them. I don't really see anything on the map that has me super concerned other than maybe India going a bit past Vietnam. If Vietnam can get a gun quick, and maybe we saw it yesterday, right? First match. Oh God, this circle though. What in the world? Off of that plane path? Oof.
Gotta get you another Americano, man. I'm loving this.
Yeah, dog. I got another one. I got another one stored up. I bought 2 today.
Circles, frankly, were kind of a little bit dull yesterday. They're a little bit vanilla, We had a lot of fun games, and we didn't have anything too chaotic. And actually, hold that thought, is it's going to be Vietnam with 2 players driving right between the teams of India. And a Reebok's right here, Argentina versus Japan. You have to reload that gun. He didn't do it. Period Boy with no ammo. He finally loads it up, but it's going to be a little bit too late as the naked M4 is going to mow him down. Argentina draws first blood here in match 8 of PNC 2023.
I don't know how Reebok's got in there.
I didn't even notice that there was a hot drop. I thought it was just going to be India and Vietnam.
Yeah, I couldn't see Pure Boy on the map, actually. Like, he was underneath Reebok, so I didn't see that he was even in that compound with him. He completely had no idea. I mean, he was bamboozled until he got shot at. I think Vietnam is trying to contain India here, trying to scoop up some points. I mean, Vietnam doesn't mind taking a fight. We know that.
Iman's coming in where the M16. Haisiki's going to be the one driving down the road, trying to gather some intel, trying to bait some players to come out. And that's going to be Salman, the IGL for India, instantly getting decked by Chloris, who is so hot there on day number 1 as Vietnam fires the opening salvo here. They do get the flush with the as Zuck Juice comes in. Hemas from a long range with the M16 trying to add some more damage in, and that's an easy first point. I wonder how much they're going to pursue this. They might just move on to the next Indian target.
Yeah, I think that's kind of their goal right now. I think they have a pretty good read on this situation, and Translucent.
Poor Translucent.
A mutant and a shotgun, just hoping.
Iron Sight mutant at that.
I mean, he's got to wait. If he's going to do this, he's got to, as soon as he hears footsteps, he better be switching to that shotgun and trying to do something. But if Vietnam swings out wide, then he's got to try to, use that Iron Sight mutant like you're talking about.
It's a tough gun to control if you don't have a lot of attachments on it. I'll tell you that. I mean, the pros are certainly good at it, but okay. He's going to be hearing some footsteps very soon, as Vietnam's trying to get an idea of exactly where he went. They might just think he had a chance of working his way all the way past this. They might think they're a little bit too late, but he still is sitting by those hay bales.
Meanwhile, China taking an opportunity to rotate past all this fighting. Of course, the other 2 members of India, if you're curious, are inside of Los Leones, so safe for now, but I can see China potentially getting close to their territory. Translucent, my friend.
He's a survivor.
This is tough. This is tough to even get out of now, though. I mean, the vehicle's likely gone. Where do you go from here? You gotta be patient. You gotta wait. If another team rotates in from your north, you're in trouble.
It's a scary situation. Yeah, tough draw here for Team India.
It would have to be South Korea, just because they have so much synergy three of them being Danawa with the Danawa coach. I think that they have a lot of practice together as a team. Also, Seoul is like the world MVP of this year so far, so it's going to be interesting to see how they can perform. Obviously, I love all the fans. You guys, you make my dream possible. This is exactly what I want to do with my life, and you guys enable that. So to the Korean fans, Sarange, we'll see you guys at the arena. And to those watching online, thank you so much for the support.
Singleton's such a nice guy.
Well, he came to Korea right after PGS2 to like boot camp here, and he's been learning a little bit. Pongsker, though, has Aches left down for China. The superstar, I don't know. I don't think there's much they can do about this. A grenade should be pretty easier for Pongsker. He bounces it a little far. He's having a little trouble securing this flush. Had China come to maybe turn and try to bail out their team leader, maybe they could have saved him, but instead, you know, I think the call was very quick from Aches left. Leave me, I'm dead. Yeah. Don't bother. And that's the right call.
It is the right call, absolutely, especially coming into a Chinese Taipei compound. They've been so clutch for the defense so far today, and that hurts here for Team China. Aches left been a powerhouse in the Asian region for, I mean, God knows how long. It feels like the entire history of PUBG. Basically, that guy is a rock star out here, but you know, with Show, Longsker, and Crazy, still a lot of firepower on this roster. I hope they don't shy away too much from the aggression that we saw from them in match number 1 today, despite losing Aches left.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think back to those 3 PCS Asias in a row that Petrichor Road won with Aches left, you know, really solidifying himself as one of the best to ever do it. One of the all-time legends, continues to be so. But this game doesn't go his way, that's fine. Again, I think if what we saw in Game 1 continues to be the modus operandi for China for the rest of the day, I think we're going to see them climb the leaderboards a little bit.
Yeah, I would not be surprised to see them finish in the top 8 at least, if they continue to play that way.
Caves. The caves.
No bears in this one.
Yeah, no bears in this cave. Just a bunch of old mining equipment. Can't use it anymore, but Loki's just using it to loot a little bit. I hate going in those caves because I'm always nervous that somebody randomly is going to be hanging out on the outside.
I'm that guy that's like proing up on the rafters or whatever of those caves, just waiting for the footsteps.
Yeah.
I got my VSS up there for no good reason.
Hey, you can put the VSS on. You can put it on full auto, and it's not too bad.
Oh yeah, you always use it on full auto, man. I don't care. 300 meters out, I'm still gonna try and spray you down. I'll hit you with what, 2 bullets, but good enough for me.
Right. All right. Well, LFP1 in Brazil driving by Loki's front side here. Loki, I think, just should wait. He doesn't need to reveal himself because he's got it. Oops. Got to be careful. As does LFP1 with his coupe there. Front end, gonna get a little dinged up.
Pro players, they drive just like you and me. It's not just us noobs.
It's not just us noobs.
It's not just us noobs that hit trees or light posts or anything else. I always feel happy when I see a professional player like flip their vehicle driving on Miramar off in the off-road, you know?
Nice.
It's like, oh, finally. It's like, oh, it's a weight off my shoulders.
All right, Heaven's got a bolt, and I think he realizes he is, well, I mean, with those vehicles there, it's obvious what's going on. So, yeah, he has to use smokes to get out of this. He gets a little bit of help, a lot of bit of damage from his teammates. Now let's see if they're going to be able to essentially recover Heaven and get him to safety, or if, you know, if Korea gets a knock here, they might commit to this fight, but Heaven opting to go for a little bit of a scout, see what's going on, put a few shots out, but Brazil doesn't like what they see, and I think that's wise for Brazil. They've only seen 2 players. They don't know where the other 2 are.
Yeah, Korea had a pretty reasonable spread on that high ground, and so Brazil is just going to use this as an opportunity to rotate out. They're quite early into the circle, so there should be a lot of real estate left for them down there into the southeast. Meanwhile, Hamas, or the SKS, to be trading some blows here with Team USA. Snakers taking a little bit of damage from him.
You know, the fun just never ends with Vietnam, man. I just love watching these guys play. They give zero you-know-whats, and they just absolutely will take a fight if they feel like they've got any opportunity to win it. And the USA, you know, probably feeling like, okay, we put some damage down. Certainly nobody's going to try what Duck Juice is doing here, but Isaki got the knock on the Snakers. Already a big start to the day. Shrimsy, though. Duck Juice out in the open, almost knocked, but Duck Juice able to get the knock on the H-Win with 5 HP.
Oh, that's unbelievable. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication there on Team USA about exactly where he was. He was so low, but was able to take down a key gunner for the Americans. Now Shrimsy just going to retreat with his bike down to kickstart. USA going to forfeit that position, lose 2 men overall. A very poor trade for them, but Vietnam just so aggressive with these pushes. I mean, just as you said, if you're Team USA in that situation against basically any other team, you're not expecting them to push you from that position, but Vietnam.
Oh!
What a shot!
Oh my word! Absolutely disgusting shot there. That is not easy, folks. Oh,
that was something else.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's just absolutely a thing of beauty. Heaven at times can be very powerful with those bolts. We saw it at PGS 1 that him and Ghibli at the time could definitely do some damage with those, but look at this circle. Way up to the north towards Impala. A hard shift and a half here for these players to deal with.
You even see Heaven doing happy little jiggle dance right there with the leans after getting
I do that too,
shot.
man.
He was feeling good, and justifiably so, as the rotation is going to start for a lot of these teams up into the northeast as we're centering right over Impala. Brazil going to have to make their way through a variety of teams, though, on their way. Chinese Taipei is a 2-2 split. Heaven with a Car 98. Yeah, that's not going to work, man.
He's just ready. No,
He's on cloud
no.
9.
I believe.
You think we're going to get on this terrain?
If he hits a driving dude, it's possible. That's all I'm going to say. So he hit another one somewhere in here. My God.
Wow.
What in the world?
That's just nasty. I mean, that bullet's like going through the grass on its way into the heady for that one.
Oh, wow. Man, dude, Vietnam is just.
That's my Twire captain right there.
That's right.
Let's go.
That's right. Dude, Vietnam is on one today. Speaking of being on one,
we're getting spoiled with these shots right now.
The observers are nailing it right now. Just hats off. You guys are just finding every great moment right now. These are some beautiful shots that we're seeing.
Bolts from Heaven. Himas with a great spray. We got some DMR taps right there for the headies. Fantastic stuff.
Well, Japan splitting across the half pipe. Lost a member early to Argentina's aggressive positioning. So now looking to play recovery, looking to try to lock down a position out in the open. Now this position can be fairly defendable if you're cautious about it. So I don't mind this at all from Japan. And the circle is likely to shift again to the west because of the water in the next 2 circles, right? In the next circle, it doesn't have to be removed. It's phase 4 where the water has to be removed as much as possible. But eventually, circle is likely to go in Japan's direction. So I don't mind what they're doing there at all. You know how the USA trying to put some pressure, maybe trying to salvage a few points out of a bad situation.
Yeah, and Germany actually kind of getting the surround on them right now. You can see on the mini-map, Shrimsy taking a little bit of damage right there. Oh, a lot of damage, in fact, as he's basically on 1 HP. Ko's going to try and finish him here with a frag grenade. Seeing if he can find the angle. That one just short of the doorway. And actually, Brazil coming in, but Seoul is waiting with open arms. Had the perfect angle on that vault through the window. Haven going to try and salvage this situation here with a frag grenade, expecting Seoul to peek out outside. Haven actually getting Heaven right there with that frag. Second frag, we'll see if it's good. It goes over the rooftop.
It actually lands on the other roof, so not able to get up and over to go for Heaven. Seoul around the corner, just too fast for Haven to react to. Knows there's another one there. That's grenade in hand. Back up, Seoul, and he knows it. So smart. Such an excellent play here from, as Tiggleton called him, the best player in the world.
Exactly. I just going back to Tiggleton's interview, saying that Seoul's basically the global MVP. And you see it right there. You know, he's got a lot of he's got a fire under his butt here too, competing in Seoul, Korea, in his home territory, with Korea right now sitting in rank 4, trying to climb up that ladder, reclaim first place, and deliver a victory. Seoul doing a great job carrying the freight as the circle going to just center up right to the north of Impala. Now, there are some big rotations that have to come in, especially on the western and southwestern side. See DraftKings taking a lot of damage there from the Aussie squad.
Yeah, Tiggleton and Luke 12 getting involved there. Oh, Brexco lucky to get in without getting knocked. Vietnam, once again, just harassing everybody on these flanks, and immediately the rest of Isaki's team coming to back him up. They want to take this fight. They know they've got Germany on the edge, and that is a lot of damage done to It's Chris, who a brilliant seat swap, able to get to the other side of this house, but any more damage and he is knocked. Yeah, perfectly timed Perfectly placed by Hisaki. Kowo gets a double headshot there. Gets duck juice down, but Hisaki quick to trade.
Yeah, Koa wasn't expecting the second man there from that angle, and now Brexco, last hope here for Germany, does find Himas right there, gets the flush on him. No! Actually not able to connect with all those bullets, so Vietnam with a chance to save their top gun right here. Hisaki on the HUD, and he with a crouch spray, he ducks over it, and Germany's eliminated. 16th, the first team out of this lobby, and the fight continues on right now with the UK. Fex spraying down, trying to get Unforgiven here from Team India. See if he can get him finished off with a frag grenade, but it seems like it's just short.
Yeah, it's gonna catch the front of that room window. The second one's good though. It gets behind Fex, looking for another. If it gets deep, oh, it doesn't though. Unforgiven, able to stay alive for now. But this is a tough spot here for him, the superstar from India. A lot of people really think he may be the best player in their region right now. Looking to try to get something done in this game as the last surviving player. Australia on the move on the northwest side of the circle. Not much to work with here. Yeah, oh God, Rybox with the AWM even. This is so tough, man. What is going on with these bolts?
Yeah, it's just absolutely insane. And not only Rybox, but also Team Thailand is doing a ton of damage right now as their Australians are driving through both an Argentinian and a Thailand compound, losing 2 men in the process, or at least 1 man again getting the flush. As, oh no, the tires, they're coming out. Waikiki Mukau loses a lot of momentum here. He's gonna try and reverse his way to freedom. Can he do it?
He might be okay. I don't know.
It's scary.
Yeah, the problem now is that now you're under the sightlines of this half pipe holding Japan.
And not just Japan, but also Vinny from Brazil, I think, has an angle on this one too, right on the other side. So Australia, I mean, they thread the needle through 4 different teams. Somehow they're gonna have 3 men up at the end of it, but woof.
We need to get a little more Rybox POV. He's hitting a couple AWM shots I'm seeing in that kill feed. Love to see it. Korea going to be pressuring Chinese Taipei. Their defense has been really, really good, and that is a double kill there, or double knock, excuse me. Xavier, Zen, Sol, though, able to come up huge once again and save Korea's bacon in a team fight. Loki Heaven bleeding out quickly. Is there anything they're going to be able to do to save both of them? Grenades are out from Pongsker. This could be disaster. They bounce right into Anonix, getting the flush onto Loki, but Sol out on the edge does a bunch of damage, at least keeping Chinese Taipei at bay momentarily. Sol gonna spot one. No opportunity for res. No opportunity for respite here as the pressure is on from Xavier.
Yeah, Sol with the frag grenade able to get the finishing damage there on Pongsker, so he is going down, and Sol gonna try and be the hero once again for Team Korea. He's been on fire here in day 2. But let's see if we can salvage this situation. Xavier looks like he was getting ready to come and emerge from that area, but Sol with a beautiful read, throws the Molotov, catches him, gets a ton of damage, and he's gonna have to first aid. Sol now with another frag, trying to find an angle, trying to buy some time. That one almost connected with Pongsker again, but paper thin. Here comes Team China.
Yeah, it's showtime, baby. The grenades, he saw Xavier. He's gonna throw one, didn't get around the side corner. He just kind of misjudged. That angle would actually kickstart, knocks him for his trouble. Walks out into the open. He's gonna pay the price, but Longsker quickly able to buy a little bit of extra help, even though Show gonna get flushed out. Sol, though, is up and running. Can't control the spray enough, but he had gotten the res onto Anonix, who's gonna finish the job.
Oh my goodness, Sol coming through. That MVP performance right now for Team Korea. Just absolutely clutch, saving Anonix and then going out to fight and setting his team up into a position where they can survive despite all of this gunfire is raining down around them. You can see Longsker kind of fishing right now through that smoke, trying to get the flush. He knows that Korea is battered and bruised, sitting in that smoke. And man, what a chaotic section of the map right now.
Yeah, I mean, Sol with heroics in this game multiple times over. Run, AX steps up and puts Emic down, able to get the flush as well. Sole survivor for Japan now. Grenades are out, trying to flush him. That's good, that's perfect. Very nicely done by Rybox, who's having a hell of a game here.
It's a beautiful calculation right there on that frag. These vehicles for Argentina, very damaged. Gonna be hard for them to work their way into safety, although I think they can consolidate on the left side of that road. Meanwhile, USA here, they're just to the south of Team Korea. There was a lot of fighting going on between all these teams. China came into 3P, and then USA was 4Ping the 3P, so there's everyone should have a pretty good idea that these teams are surrounding this area. And so, yeah, USA, they're just going to try and bail out and find a different angle to come in from because they do not want to contend with both Team China and Team Korea.
Yeah, there's a dip here, and it's relatively safe for now. I don't know. Oops.
Whoa,
well,
here we go.
Yeah, bye-bye. That was a good grenade from Laza there. Nice little grenade into the shack. USA still a frag and a couple mollies here for Shrimzy. I wasn't sure if Korea had any more frags, but able to scoop up probably a couple off of the bodies of the fallen members of Chinese Taipei. They're putting them to good use. Seoul, we get the knock on the kickstart here. 5 kills already for Seoul.
800 damage on Seoul nearly. This is unbelievable. There's still 33 players left in the lobby.
There's more grenades. There's more grenades to be found. I see them running over these bodies and picking them up. China wants to get, or excuse me, Canada wants to get on the action. And Finna's going to steal that knock away. Finna trying to finish off Shrimzy, but Shrimzy finds a good angle where it's going to be tough to cook a grenade and get it into that spot.
Yeah, especially from the Canadian side. It would have to be cooked and timed perfectly. And actually, Crazy coming in. And Onyx might think this is safe. Crazy, though, because of that slight elevation difference with the road, was not exactly aware of how exposed Onyx in fact was. So instead, he's playing it very cautiously. He knows that there are other players on the side of this and doesn't want to overextend himself. But had he peeked over that ledge, Onyx would have been dead right.
So he got backed off by Australia.
Was that it?
Yeah, they were covering a little bit here for Korea. Not really intentionally, but this is going to give Onyx an opportunity to try to find some space to recover and maybe make another move forward. He's not in the circle just yet. Canada, though, Keenan standing up right next to the grenade. Didn't quite read where it landed. A couple more shots left in this AWM from Rybox. And now having to throw stuns to buy a little bit of space here to continue to put pressure down onto Canada.
Yeah, Flood from Team Australia right now trying to find an angle on these Korean players as Rybox comes in, gets the flush right there on Keenan, and Finna from Canada able to finally eliminate the last remaining player from the USA. So Shrimzy is out. America falling 11th in this lobby as the chaos just absolutely continues. This circle all the way to the northwest of Impala. There's not that much playable area for these teams contested, considering the fact that we have Canada, Argentina, Australia, Korea, and China all in the south and southwestern edge.
Well, Canada able to kind of get out of the initial push around. That vehicle's going to blow up very, very soon in Onyx, which may, if he can not die right here, actually may not be that bad if it blows up. It actually isn't fully. Oh, that vehicle almost sent. I like to try, Finna. Appreciate the effort.
He's bowling.
Yeah, exactly, dude. He's going bowling.
Oh, it's so sick. All right, so South Korea eventually does get cleaned out there. Man, Rybox is popping off right now. He's getting all these straggler kills.
He's playing out of his mind this game. I love to see it. He's actually going to be the one to get at him. Great stuff with that AWM. I don't think he has any more shots left of that AWM. Vard going to fall as UK trying to get ahead of the next circle, but not really finding much space to do anything. China, Longster, Crazy, yep, just going to be able to block them completely out. Oh, a hell of a spray, though, from Honey Badger. Maybe buys himself the opportunity to do some damage.
Yeah, he's going to have to pop this first aid kit, but that HP ticking down. I don't think it's going to pop in time.
Oh,
no.
He doesn't. Oh, I thought he had it for a second.
It was close. It was like one tick off.
So close. All right, Australia behind Argentina, who is just absolutely thriving in this particular game, and a big part of it is Rybox with that AWM with those shots. This Murado is not happy. It's already letting a few embers fly out of the engine, but I think they can get to where they need to go. Decent damage done.
Oh no, they lose so much momentum on this flip.
Oh no, the tire got popped, and I think that caused the flip. The vehicle's gonna explode, they're out in the open. They're getting cut down to size by Hemas. Flood, the only one left, and Hemas is gonna find all three.
Oh, my fantasy points keep climbing. Let's go, man. Vietnam Hemas is absolutely popping off. I mean, they are riding the momentum from day one so hard right now. They picked up 15 kills in the final lobby of that day. And now here in day two, they continue to rack it up. Double digits already in match number 2 on the day.
He's unreal. He's just absolutely unreal this year. Hemas, just start to finish, one of the best in the world, no doubt about it. Schofield keeping China stuck in Impala as much as he can. Smokes are out, trying to make a bridge into the next zone, but this is maybe a zone too far here for this Chinese duo.
Yeah, it's a long way to go with not a lot of playable terrain in front of him. And Hemas, you can just see him on the minimap waiting for them to come in. Maybe if Crazy can get a knock here onto Glib, it might open up some opportunity, but that's only the Denmark team. You still have Vietnam with, what, they have the 3 men up for a second. I thought they might have had 4, but still, it's just too much. Yeah, that's Rossadit Jr. getting the knockdown on Longsker. Crazy finally is able to dispatch Clip for now, but still the problems for China are just too much.
Grenade just a moment too short. Dukju's actually going to get knocked here by DraftKing. So even though Vietnam really looking strong in this game, 11 kills, they're getting cut down to size right now. Some of these crossfires, but they can still survive. They can still get something done potentially. Of course, China is going to be eliminated in 5th, so a nice little salvage game here for China. Losing eggs left early, able to scramble, get a couple extra points, but Turkiyye could really make a move up the leaderboard. Again, even though, yeah, they might not be in a position where they're potentially looking at winning the event, but every position matters, and who knows, a big day today, and we could be talking about them having a big day tomorrow and maybe making a move.
I mean, they're starting off on the right foot right now. 4 players up in total in this last circle. Already 5 kills on the board. They're making a move on Team Vietnam. A lot of confidence here for Turkiyye to be able to move in on this position. Vietnam's not expecting it. Big spray there from Code Marco, just 1 bullet shy of getting the knock. And now the nades come in.
Yeah, this is tough now for these 2 players up front on this hill. They're going to need help from the back line, but Laza is so accurate. Gets the headshot onto Dukju's, and now Himas on the backside. Not really much he can do with those smokes out in front of him. Trying to cover, but wow. Nasty shots for Cole Marco, and he's still ready for Clories. He switched over to that AR. That is so smart.
Man, Turkiyye is popping off here in match number 8. Himas, the lone survivor right now for Team Vietnam. We'll see if he can make some more magic happen. Code Marco just immediately gets the read on him as soon as he comes out of the door. This is a very precarious position.
Of course, that folding shield affording Himas a little bit of extra ability.
But
peek around that corner. Oh, he got taken down. Yep.
Yeah. Code Marco with a headshot, and Turkiyye dispatching one of the strongest fighting teams here by getting the jump on them. Really impressive performance from a team that we knew from day 1 had more potential than they showed. And now here on day 2, kicking off with 8 kills in this match.
Yeah, exactly. We knew you couldn't keep Turkiyye down, and you're seeing why. Absolutely having a phenomenal game. Thailand 4 up as well, though. Still a role to play in this potentially. May have been a little bit of a quiet one for Team Thailand, but they could finish it with a bang, no doubt about it. Phase 7, though, not favorable to Argentina. I think they can barely get on the edge of this hillside and kind of stay in and just wait this out. Turkiyye as well, able to fortify their position. So all 3 teams are going to have something to play with into Phase 7. Phase 8 going to be pretty interesting how they're going to maneuver. Likely Argentina is going to have to make a move. Almost like 100%. They're going to have to move somewhere, and I think they're going to be the ones with the most difficult position to play out of.
Oh, undoubtedly, they're going to have the most difficult position. I think looking at the map, it's probably going to be them having to rotate clockwise towards the north at the edge, towards Thailand. I think they might have a little bit of a lip on that field to play with, but it's hard to find, man. I mean, we get a little bit of a shot of it here with Thanadol from Thailand just looking down on that angle, but keep in mind that he's not the westmost players here for Team Thailand. You know, maybe Nurans or Rossadit actually have a better sight line on these Argentinian players.
Yeah, I think some damage done here to Thailand might afford Argentina an opportunity to make a move, but they're just gonna sit on the edge of the circle. They don't want to make a push just yet. So time is going to continue to tick. Phase 8 just centers right up, just donuts. So now everybody has to kind of play into the center. But Turkiyye, if they can control the top of this mountain, they're going to feel, I think, pretty comfortable and potentially come through with a win. I think they've got a really good opportunity here to find a win and change their destiny in this event.
Yeah, I want to see exactly what kind of foothold that Lotsa and Schofield have on that side of the mountain. We get a shot of it here with Ale having a bit of an angle, and if they could work their way through and maybe try and find some sightline on a Team Thailand, that could relay a lot of information to the Mad and Code Marco on the ground. Some hard cover. Lotsa with a headshot there on Ale. It's a nice opening salvo. For both Team Thailand and Turkiyye, if they can dispatch this Argentinian squad that is sitting in the bottom left in rank 1, it'll be great for them. Rybox tried to make some magic happen there with that frag, but a little bit short.
Turkiyye is trying to flank out to the southern side of the circle, and that is dangerous. They're getting a lot of
pushing
damage
it.
in, but now they're able to return fire on the Team Thailand. Rosita Jr. going to be knocked there by Code Marco. Rybok's going to use his opportunity to try to strike, but didn't like what he saw when he peeked up over that angle.
Especially with Code Marco just shooting him from that side angle. That's going to be Rybok's going down. I loved how brave he was pushing out from that because Argentina really needs to make some kind of magic happen given their position here in the circle. But yeah, look at this angle that Schofield has right now. The 3x log able to get a ton of damage in with these sprays on Thailand if they're not careful. And now more nades coming in on Argentina. Their position's exposed. Nuran's able to get the knock there onto Ale. More nades coming in. DraftKings might be dispatched by this one, and he certainly will be. So Argentina eliminated here, third in the lobby, still first in the rankings, and now it's between Team Turkey and Team Thailand.
Still a brilliant game from Argentina. Got to tip the cap to them.
Yeah.
With the way that they're able to come through. Rybox in particular putting up some big numbers there for them. But Turkey wants to keep Thailand on this western edge, but a knock here onto Schofield from Rosita Jr. Code Marco needs to start hitting these shots if he's going to buy a little bit of time, a little bit of space. One more is going to do it. There you go. Code Marco has to reload now. Putting pressure onto Rosita Jr., but can't keep him under his sight lines.
Yeah, it's tough because he does not want to overexpose himself to Thanadol or Norans on the flanks. And now with the circle starting to close in, he has to kind of start throwing these smokes to make something happen. Now Schofield is going to get the flush there on Poochills. 3 versus 4 right now. Thailand, Thanadol. Oh, if he can find a really good nade on this one, it just goes a bit too far. If it had ricocheted off that rock, it would have gotten Schofield's head to rights. But instead, Schofield just going to continue to be a thorn in the side here of Team Thailand. Nuran's finally coming out to the blue. We're going to try that nade again, and that time a bit closer, but still shy. Doesn't matter, though, the knock comes through.
He's got the FAMAS. Does Thanadol, so he's got that level 3 gear. That could be the difference maker here for Team Thailand. Turkey, 3 players up though. They've got the man advantage. Schofield gonna crawl over, try to get a little bit of info. Thanadol wise to it. Laza though up on top. Not able to find the angle initially. Should have just seen it. I think he might have missed the head. He did. Thanadol punishes it. Thanadol going for more, but the Mad through the smoke takes him down. The Mad now going to use the opportunity to try to cover a little bit of ground. Code Marco trying to keep Rosita Jr. underneath him. Rosita Jr. eyes to the sky. No, he turns around, and it's going to be Turkey finding a big win.
Excellent play there by Team Turkey. The monkey is off their back after a slow start in day number 1. We knew they had the potential to come through later in this tournament, and with a big 12-kill win, they climb up the rankings to rank 11 above Chinese Taipei, above Australia, above Team Canada, and now they're really in contention with a couple more games to start to crack that top 8.
Brilliant stuff there from them. I mean, Thailand, you know, fought tooth and nail at the end, really gave it a good run, but just a much trickier position to play from. Turkey, again, had the high ground, had the win condition, still inside that phase 8 circle, and able to lock it down long enough. If one of those grenades had maybe connected a little bit sooner, maybe that's able to kind of shift into Thailand's favor, but they were all just a bit too far.
That's one of the toughest grenade angles to throw, too. I mean, you kind of need it to ricochet off of that rock to get the maximum amount